What's up, my guys? So I was heading to work. I was heading to my first customer, and there's a massive crash. So there's a 40-minute delay. I was literally like 15 minutes away, and then this crash happened, and I was like plus 40 minutes. So I decided to record a video real quick to talk about God, give my thoughts on God, and what my experience has been with God. So when I was a kid, had I was massively influenced by my dad. My dad is an atheist. I don't know if he's still an atheist, but at the moment he was an atheist. And he never really told us what to believe. He never really told us not to believe in God. He never told us to believe in God. The rest of my family were very religious, either Christians or Catholics, and my dad was the only atheist in my life. And the only thing he ever influenced us on, or the only thing that he ever told us to do, was to think for ourselves. If someone He would say, like, if someone tells you this, um if someone tells you this, question it or think it through, to see if it makes sense, right? And he never really told us not to believe in God, or that the belief in God is bad or anything like that. But since he was an atheist, I was like, okay, I'm going to be an atheist too, because he's my dad. Like, every kid looks up to his dad. So, when I was 13, 14, 15, I used to say to everyone that I was an atheist. And another thing that influenced me to say and believe that I was an atheist is that the people that were Christians, the ones that I knew, were pretty trash. So I was thinking to myself, if this is what Christians people are, if this is how they behave, like, I don't want to be part of it. Or I thought that it was hypocritical. So I was like, I would rather just be a good person as an atheist than pretend to be good and say that I'm a Christian. So, anyways, I decided to be an atheist, whatever. Then, when I was 18, 19, 20, I started smoking weed a lot, and I experimented with some other substances that I do not promote in any way. Don't ever try that. It's not really something that you're missing out. The thing is that it kind of made me think about spirituality, and I was still an atheist, but that made me realize that there is a bigger being, a higher being, that kind of just looks over everything. And I understood, okay, this is God. But at that moment, I just identified it as the universe, like just a higher level of consciousness, not really calling it God, or identifying it as any Christian God or Muslim God or whatever. And knowing that there's a higher being in life, I started to believe that that being or the universe was taking care of me. And I always had like a sense of security that everything was going to be fine, just because I knew that everything was connected and all this stuff. But then, like, about 2 years ago, I just had to. I wanted to. I felt a calling to embrace God for sure, and that kind of gave me more hope. It kind of gave me more reassurance on my path and that my life has purpose. And then after that, I just, I guess officially for me, I decided to, okay, I believe in God. God is real. And ever since, I've tried to be more conscious about Him and praising Him. I pray every day, and yeah, it gives me more hope. It gives me a bigger sense of gives me a bigger sense of safety. It gives me more reassurance of what I'm doing, and that I'm being watched. I'm being watched by Him all of the time. So I kind of, act in a good way. Of course, I sin. Of course, I make a bunch of mistakes. But I try not to, and I try to make amends. And I mean, I don't want to brag, but I think that I'm a pretty good guy, man. Like, I'm a very nice guy. But that's basically my thoughts on God. I have not been baptized. It's something that I really want to do, to go through that whole process and just officially be a Christian. And I was kind of skeptical to talk about this because I don't want to be seen as, oh, this dude is now converted because traditional values or Christianity is trendy right now. Because it's definitely not the way with me. Because everyone who really knows me would tell you that I've been spiritual for a lot of years, and that I've been following religion more closely for the last 2 years. And I think it's great that Christianity is trendy for sure. I just don't think that we should do it for views, or we should do it for social media, or just because everyone else is doing it. For sure that it's fantastic that more people are following the religion and following this Christian values or religious values just to behave better, for sure. But again, I don't think that just to do it for likes or views, I don't think that's good, man. Because you should be following because your heart tells you to, not because the algorithm tells you to, right? So yeah, oh, by the way, I do not promote any type of substance consumption. FYI, I have not consumed weed for almost 4 years. In October is going to be 4 years. I guess that's going to be a whole other topic for another video. But yeah, man, that's basically been my experience with God and religion. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.